What's going on, guys? It's Chev. Thank you for all the love on yesterday's video, by the way, and all the subscribes and stuff. We recently passed 3.5 million subscribers, and it's still just growing and growing every day. So just thank you guys so much for all the love and everything on it. Again, I know I say this all the time, but at the moment, everything is just, it's just crazy. So, yeah, anyway, so looking into my comment section, I ended up finding a comment that said, challenge accepted, turn on world and weapon motion blur for a video. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now, honestly, I don't know if it's a good idea to make this video very long, considering how disgusting and terrible motion blur actually is. Now, if you don't know what motion blur is, I mean, it's very, very simple. If you just look at this right here, there is an effect for post-processing effects on a lot of games out there that have motion blur, meaning that when you turn left and right, just like real life, when you're turning left and right, everything kind of takes a second to focus, you know, when you move your eyes all over the place. So this makes it kind of more realistic in that sense. It makes things look a bit more cinematic and a little bit better. But here's the thing. Overall, over time, it's kind of sickening, and most people hate this shit. I do know a couple people that have the world motion blur off, but they actually have the weapon motion blur on. I'm not really sure why. Maybe just some style or some shit like that. But for me, I'm just gonna turn them both on, see how terrible this is, and yeah, we'll go from there. Already see it on my character, kind of, by the way that he's just moving. Now, I have a 240 hertz monitor. Right now, I only have a 60 FPS, but I feel like with this kind of refresh rate, with the amount of frames that I get with motion blur, this is probably gonna look super smooth. But on YouTube, it's probably absolutely sickening. And I'm sure after a few games of playing this, it's just gonna be like, ugh. So I've just been playing hard hat all night. It's, you know, whatever. I'm still not entirely sure. Okay, so yeah, look at this. You see how everything's just kind of like blurring as I turn? When I run like this with my gun, you can actually see it kind of blur. There's no detail on my stuff. Okay. I mean, motion blur isn't gonna stop people from playing like How did I die? I can never see the person that's up there. They always get the clearest view, and I never see anybody up there. That's like the 4th or 5th time that someone has killed me from that spot, and you can't see them from there. Motion blur, I think, has its own place, maybe in some cinematics, storytelling games, single player, things like that. I think it might have a place if, you know, you can maybe adjust the strength of it or whatever. But this game, along on top of all of its visual bugs and all of its visual noise and everything, all the weird little settings and stuff, the game looks incredible when you have everything maxed out. Absolutely. The game looks the best that it's ever looked. Call of Duty has never looked any better. But motion blur gets rid of detail. It's kind of sickening, to be honest. Even when I'm like flying into the map through that respawn thing, it just seems a little like when I turn, I feel like I have to refocus my eyes over and over again. Like I have to blink to kind of try to reset my eyeball. Fake. We really need hardpoint. There's really no reason to play any other mode on this map other than hardpoint. Hardpoint is amazing. My teammate stomping around underneath me forced this guy to turn around. See? Come on, dude. Please get rid of this supersonic hearing shit. Honestly, dude, just spend a fucking day. Just remove the audio. Remove the audio from the fucking game. I'm gonna be straight up. I'd love to see how that fucking played. I would. Just remove the audio. I would actually play a no audio mode. Fuck it. Add that to the list of outlandish shit I say. I'd rather play a no audio mode than do this shit anymore. Oh, the motion blur is honestly fucking me up so bad. I keep thinking I'm seeing somebody move whenever I kill somebody, because when I scope back out, the screen is blurrier than when I originally scoped in. It's almost like the effects of my weapon also have blur on them. Not just my weapon moving around and all that. It's not just motion blur. It's like blur over everything. It's a really weird, overdone effect on this game, honestly. I mean, some people, I'm sure, like really casual people might think that it looks cool a little bit. Even like we had the whole thing in the montage community for a long time where people use real smart motion blur, and that made clips look a bit more cinematic and shit like that, but it got really overdone and people just got really sick and tired of like the whole blurriness of it all, especially during like trick shots and shit where people would, you know, be on 10, 20 spins and stuff like that in the air and stuff. You can't even see what the fuck is going on. It's kind of sickening. A lot of people hated it after a while, but motion blur honestly has no place in shooters, in my opinion, unless, you know, you can obviously always, you should just have the option to turn it on and off for, like, you know, the people that actually do like it. But most people that I've ever come across in my life just say no to motion blur. You just have to answer a simple question if you would like motion blur or not. Do you like throwing up or not? Me personally, I hate throwing up. I honestly would rather almost any other pain in the world than deal with some sort of ridiculous stomach pain. That includes just any kind of queasiness, uneasiness, hate it. Dude, I don't deserve that! I don't care if I shot him in the foot! Fucking bullet! Like, sure, motion blur kind of softens the edges of everything. Is it softening my fucking bullets too? It's a bullet. Tell me, in what fucking war did they create weapons that didn't kill people? It makes no sense. You lose the war! Not dealing with that fucking head glitch, man. So fucking disgusting that you people play this map like this. How dare you desecrate this beautiful map with this playstyle, you fucking... And honestly, it just feels straight up offensive to me that people would actually play this beautiful map this way. Like, why would you treat this map this way? I don't understand why you would do this. What did the map do to you? Not much I can do. My gun doesn't scope in fast enough. It doesn't shoot fast enough. It doesn't do enough damage. It's gotta get good and adapt. I've adapted plenty. I just, sorry to say, but I just don't feel rewarded at all. I don't. I mean, obviously the whole fucking team is gonna look this way. Well, I'm fucking leaving. Nope. Not playing that fucking game. You guys can push into me then if that's the way you guys want to play it. I'll wait. We can all wait here. I honestly am not having any fun at all. I mean, honestly, I'm getting a little sick, and honestly, not moving might be a little bit more, relieving.
What's a fake, Jeff?
I don't really understand. Do you think calling me fake is going to have me get in the game chat to try to prove you wrong or something? I don't get it. In playground ideology here, let me assume something wrong so the truth can come out of it. I am fake. Don't worry about it. Yeah, also they ended up changing one of the things on Crank too. They changed how big the timer was on the front of the screen whenever you get the reset anyway. It used to be like this big clock thing right next to your, you know, almost near the center of your screen that like has a timer like, hey, you're gonna explode. Now that's not the case. It's like this little small yellow circle, almost like a stopwatch. It kind of looked like. There are 6 people and no one has killed anybody in 30 seconds. All right, well, until now. The entire team's there! I missed. Why would it even matter? Why would he fight it? He doesn't need to. Do 1 bullet in me, throw a fucking C4, or better yet, just throw a C4 one time, you win. Yeah, see the little clock down there now? It's a lot less obstructive on the screen, and honestly, it looks a lot better. I think it looks pretty clean. Crank, dude, okay, Joe, can you guys listen to this, please? Just try it. Maybe like 1 patch and then revert it if it's gross. Can you guys please make it so Cranked makes your bolt faster? Please. It has affected every other concept of the entire weapon. Its handling, its movement speed, its reload, its scoping time. Everything, man. Can I just please get a faster bolt, man? I don't want to fight this fucking guy. Not playing this game. Nope. I'll just run from him again. Fall back to the next piece. Nope, and if you think I'm gonna re-challenge, goodbye. I'd rather die to them than let him kill me. I don't give a fuck. Go ahead and stay unrewarded. I don't give a shit. This game has done nothing but not reward me, so fuck it. Yeah, that was a fun challenge while it lasted. I don't care.